exercise that looks simple on the surface, but it's doing some deep rewiring under the hood. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to play a chord and I'm going to hold it. You'll listen for the root. Go ahead and sing or audiate the root, and then I'll play it pretty quickly 3 times in a row. When I play it 3 times in a row, you're arpeggiating from root, third to fifth. So it goes like this. Bum, it's your chance to get the note. Bum, 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 and then I'll play another chord. Bum, 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 and you just arpeggiate, sing, audiate, whatever you need to do to hear this chord, and then you identify it. So you'll say major, minor. And we'll talk about what this is doing at the end. Let's go ahead and do it. Here we go. Major, minor. Let's do another one. Major, major. Let's do another one. Major, minor, and followed by minor. How about this one? Major, followed by major. Let's do it again. How about this one? Major, major. Now when you're doing this, can you clearly hear each individual note in the chord when you're arpeggiating? So let's practice that for just a moment. So here's a chord. Listen for the bottom note. Boom. Okay, once you have the bottom note, now try and hear the middle note. This is a bottom note. Listen for the middle note. Pull that middle note out. Middle note tends to be harder to hear. Here's the middle note. Now listen for it in the chord. Pull it out. And the top note. Here's the top note. Now just arpeggiate it. This is simple, but I'll explain what this is doing to your brain at the end. Here we go. Root, third, fifth. Just keep going. Root, third, fifth. Next one. Root, third, fifth. What is it? Major. Just going root, third, fifth over and over again. What is it? Minor. What is it? Minor. What is it? Major. What is it? Major. Okay, now let's go back to doing 2 chords in succession because that's the real goal here. Play each chord twice. So what were those 2 chords? Major and minor. How about this one? What were they? You had minor followed by major. How about this one? So what were they? Major followed by minor. Let's do another one. What were they? Major followed by minor. This is more in line with how you actually hear music in practice, not just a classroom setting. How about this one? The first chord was major, the second chord minor, and I changed up the format a little bit, but you're starting to get the idea. There's 2 chords that I repeat, and you try and identify them. Okay, what are the chords? Major, major. How about this one? What are they? Major, followed by minor. Now let's take it a little bit lower. What are those? Major, major. How about this one? Okay, what are they? Major, major. Just do a few more. How about this? Okay, so what were those 2 chords? Major, major. How about this? First chord, minor, second chord, minor. So this is a very simple exercise. It strengthens 3 core musicianship abilities. We're working on anchoring, audiation, and functional hearing. Things that allow you to actually hear in real music. So the long tone that I play at the beginning when I go like this, it gives you kind of a stable gravitational center. It's something that you can start with and that you can latch onto. Rather than just going from one chord to the next, which is kind of a more advanced technique, I'm giving you time to get into the chord. So we play that first chord, we hold it out, and then I arpeggiate it. So when you arpeggiate from top to bottom, you're not guessing the quality of the chord. You're not identifying it just by its feeling or color either. You're getting a chance to actually get in that chord, and you're making sure you actually know what the chord is. And then you're able to locate it. You're able to find out what that chord is by breaking it apart and really getting into it. So this is the foundation of real world harmonic and improvisation abilities, arranging, dictation, even ensemble tuning. All these things are developed with very simple exercises like this. And the thing that a lot of people get confused about is they think, well, I need it to be very challenging, but you actually don't. The ear responds very well to gradual, step by step, incremental challenges, going from simple to more complex. And that's the way the Flawless course is set up. It's designed to go step by step, but it's not necessarily easy because there's challenges in there. We also need to shock the ear. So there occasionally need to be some things like the dictations or when I play chord versus interval that are challenging. You're not really meant to get 100% on those things. You're meant to challenge your ear, to rattle things around in your brain, and get into the actual sounds of these chords in a way that maybe is difficult for you. I hear a lot of people talk about the dictations. They say they're too long. They're meant to be too long. Very few people would actually be able to complete these dictations. Maybe if you've completed a program in music or you've been training your ear for a long time, they'll be easier for you. But they're not meant to be completed. They're meant to be angular and difficult, not stepwise motion. Stepwise motion in a lot of melodies is what we think we need to start with. But what we need to start with is a combination of really easy foundational work where you get about 70% of the exercises right in a lesson, and then about 30% are beyond your current ability because we need to constantly push things forward. So what this exercise here is doing is when we move immediately into the next chord, it kind of carries the previous root in the harmony, and we have to quickly forget it to recalibrate to the new one that we're hearing. This is really important, and this is why actual music is so difficult, because we'll hear a chord and then it'll be tainted, or sort of tinted actually is probably the better word, by the next chord that we hear. And if we don't practice quickly identifying, we're never going to be able to hear these harmonies in real time. So we're breaking things apart in the beginning in this exercise, but later we allow it to kind of unfold a little bit more naturally, where we're just kind of intuitively going in and saying, that sounded, my gut tells me it was major followed by minor. And then the next level would be identifying actually the scale degrees when that's applicable to the music. So these little exercises we're doing every day, they're meant to be very short. I'm coming in for about 10 minutes at 11 a.m. on Pacific time, and I'm just going to run through these exercises with you just so that you get at least 10 minutes of ear training a day, because I am really dedicated to helping people open up their ears. And even if you're not taking the Flawless course, these exercises, just by attempting them, if you come in every day with me when I do these, you're going to start to hear a change. And the great thing about this series is it's all functional. It is all foundational skill, which means if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, new to music, you'll get something out of it. Everybody can benefit. I still will do exercises like this where I'll go and I'll close my eyes and I'll try and identify what I'm hearing and I'll break it apart. We like to do that in practice. So these really help to build the ear. And we just got to remember, music, it never really gives you a clean moment to reset. So we sometimes have to work on drills like this. So that's it for today. I'll see you at the next 11 a.m. session. I'm aiming to do these every single morning on the weekdays at 11 a.m., but sometimes that won't happen. So the only one I'm actually guaranteeing is Friday, but you can kind of check the schedule, go to this 10-minute ear training playlist, and you can see what's up next. So you can also ask me any questions at the end of these. So as soon as I stop doing the drill, I'll talk for anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. That's your chance to shoot your question into the live chat, because if I see it before I stop talking, I will answer it. All right. Thank you.